and I don't know whether we'll mix in these or not.
This TV production is like having a large family because everyone who works on this show has worked on this show for a long time. The culinary side, several of the women who work on the show have been with me from the very beginning. So this is 22 years now of Ciao Italia. So they know the ropes.
Sometimes she needs a chilled dough, so she'll put a dough together, and we have to make sure that we have one chilled available, because watching dough chill is not particularly instructive or entertaining.
If we have to make bread, we might make 5 different loaves of bread in different stages so that it's risen to the proper stage when the camera is ready to go.
We do 20 programs in 10 days, 2 shows a day. So there's a sense of teamwork that I would compare it to sports, because it takes a surrender of personal ego to kind of a super ego, and that's the program.
There's so much to know about Italian food. You could study it your entire life, and you would never know it all. And as long as I've been going to Italy, and as long as I've been doing this show and researching and writing books, I still don't know everything there is to know about Italian cuisine.
And I'll take the raw shrimp and put them in there and say, you know what, shrimp only takes a couple of minutes to cook. Okay,
Don't worry about a platter.
Okay, I need a plate then, Cindy.
It's my job to build a specific sandcastle. And I'll build a sandcastle, and I think the onions have to happen here, the carrots are here, the pasta goes in here. You build this little sandcastle in my mind when Marion gives me the recipe. But when we're in the studio and we start to rehearse it and walk through, I watch the waves come in and wash out my sandcastle, because food has a life of its own. So I'm not directing as much as I'm reacting at that point.
Well, whatever happens, happens.
3.
How about we have an antipasto party and just let them drain through a strainer and put them in a bowl. It's pretty much minced. Give that a turn or two. Becoming oil laden. I'll do one more.
The oil wasn't hot enough, so I have to figure out an edit point.
I always take just a
Anytime after that, she has to say, I always take just a pinch. And at that point, she'll drop in the breadcrumb, and then we're back on the bean. Throwing a breadcrumb. Your action is you're throwing a breadcrumb.
Sure.
Saying, oh, that's ready to go.
Let me check and see if this is ready. You want it at 375.
Take one?
Well, I think it is.
It's up to me to design the shows, and we design 26 shows each year to comprise a series that will then be aired on public television stations across the country. The secret of this show's success is its approachability, the fact that we're doing cooking that anyone can do at home, and that we keep the treatment simple, and that I like that familiarity with the viewer. I don't want to be a chef or a cook or a host who's preachy. I want to be someone who's just one of the guys in the kitchen, and hopefully that's what the audience takes away from it.
So there you have it, 3 great recipes for an antipasto party.
Great work.
Woof! I saw the time limit coming down.
So there's a lot of technology here behind us. There's cameras and lights and action and showbiz and all that stuff. But in the end, it's about food, and it's about recipes, and in the end, at the bottom line, it's about love, because food is one of the great universals. Just like the human smile is universal, so is food.
It's a lot of work to do this show, I will admit, but along the way, I have had some wonderful experiences, and I've met some really wonderful people that I've worked with and who've taught me an awful lot about Italian food. So I wouldn't trade day 1 for year 22.